We got breaking news. It comes so quickly. Steve Leisman is standing by with some economic data. Steve, the numbers, please.
1.669 on housing starts. That's a beat. Jobless claims falling to 900,000, a little bit better than expected, but still a really lousy number. Can I use that word that Sterling used earlier today? I don't think so. I'll let him keep that. 900,000 on claims. Insured unemployment change 1.6 million. And the Philly Fed, it looks like 11.1. If no, that's an old number. I do not have the Philly Fed, and I can't do quite the dance that Rick does when he doesn't have. He's a better dancer than I am. Just real quickly, I'll give you a little more on the housing starts. Up 5.8. I'm looking for the permits plus 4.5%. So that's a good number. We got Diana Olick, who's going to talk a little bit more about housing, and I'll get you the Philly Fed, Joe, when it comes around.
All right, Steve. Thank you.
All right, let's get over to Diana Olick. She's got more on the housing starts numbers that we just got to. Diana.
Yeah, this is really strong number, especially for the single family housing starts. That's what we're really focused on because that's where we're seeing the biggest shortage right now, the biggest need for homes. We saw single family housing starts in December up 12% month to month, 27.8% year over year. And that's actually a little surprising because the home builders in the sentiment numbers we saw yesterday actually pulled back, and they were citing things like the high costs of land, labor, materials, and in addition, we saw a huge spike in lumber prices in December. So we might have expected that to hit the December housing starts, but they didn't. So that's great on the single family. On multifamily, you did see a 15% drop month to month, down 40% year over year. But that is, for one, a very volatile number. And for two, we don't need as much multifamily housing units right now as we do single family. We have a record low supply of existing homes for sale, and the home builders have such a huge backlog. In fact, an enormous number of homes that have already been contracted but not built yet. So they need to get that backlog through the pipes and out. Their biggest concern, though, as they said in the sentiment numbers yesterday, was that as their prices continue to increase, they have to send that on to the buyer, and affordability is really getting hit. We know on the existing side, affordability is really weakening as home prices just spike. So good to see that the demand was still good in December despite the pandemic, lockdowns again in some areas, and really that high lumber prices that could have hit the builder. So a nice jump. Back to you guys.
All right, Diana, thank you. Steve, you've been looking through the numbers. What else did you come up with?
Yeah, just a big number here on Philly Fed. The business index 26.5 versus 9 in December. So that's a good number. Manufacturing's done quite well, and it's been kind of breaking the mold in terms of what else is happening in the economy. Housing and manufacturing, both two bright spots. But again, these claims numbers are pretty lousy. It's still at 900,000. Down, going the right way, you might say, but still at a very elevated level.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.